Omaha. Hunt, hunt. There it is, brother. On. Dude, who does Omaha? You know that, Jeff. Who does it, man? The one and only Peyton Manning.
Omaha is Peyton Manning.
You got it, brother.
And then Green 18 is Aaron Rodgers. And then I think your intro of a dumpster fire is my Cleveland Browns. So
yes,
I'm
glad
that you did the fire and just
I just did that for you, man. I had to put that intro out there and just say, Cleveland's up in flames again.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, yeah. That's it. At least we avoided the 0-3. That was
and we're 3-0. I mean, if you predicted Pittsburgh to be 3-0 and 2 games ahead,
Pittsburgh, divine intervention, man. Like Justin Fields would have never guessed it. And honestly, Russell Wilson is smart to go to Miami. He should get traded over to Miami.
Oh, yeah.
They need a quarterback.
Him and Sierra be perfect there. I mean, Fields is going to get the long-term deal. I mean, he's young.
Yeah.
Good to go. Yep. Perfect system, too, man.
Yep.
But don't worry, Jeff. I'm going to cheer for you guys in Cleveland. I'm hoping something, a miracle,
Yeah, we need a lot. So, yeah.
I hear real quick before we start, I hear that they might draft a quarterback again. Seriously, another one?
It doesn't matter. We'll get somebody now because of the transfer portal. We'll get like a 34-year-old who, who's been to 15 schools and has all sorts of eligibility. He'll be our savior.
So I got to ask you, how come you're not up there trying out, man? I mean,
well, I think the height thing was great. When you can't see over the line when people are sitting down, like you're not going to be the quarterback. No.
Well, we got to talk about QB today. The marketing QB. I mean, this creation that you had, and you are one of the founders, right? There's 2 of you guys, you and Kenny, right?
It's me, man.
Oh,
it's
you?
Me. This is a brainchild of mine. So it started. So there's 4 City Digital. So we do a lot of performance marketing and work with the industry and do that. And then this whole marketing QB thing came, like, I've been wanting to do it for probably about 5-6 years. It's been in my head for 10, 12 years where like I interviewed one time, and there's a lot of reasons. I love football. Obviously we're talking football and I just love that. And I think, it's just fun and it's great. And then an interview I had one time, it was for a solo marketing job at a company. It was a predictive maintenance company or whatever. And basically the person told me who I was interviewing with, I think he was VP or something, or EVP, was like, he goes, man, he's like, this is our first marketing job, the first person ever to be a marketer in our company. He's like, I just need somebody to quarterback my marketing. I need somebody who's going to be able to be a leader and really drive value for our company. And if I can't find a quarterback for this marketing, I don't want to do it at all. And it stuck with me where I, like, a lot of times, especially when I'm talking to staffing firms, I'm talking to, my own staff, our clients, whatever, like, I'm like, hey, you need to quarterback this marketing. You got to quarterback what's going on. And I realize it's a football term, but it's change it to conductor, change it to direct, change it to anything. Like, you've got to be the leader. And so part of that is like solo marketers. It's really, this community is really geared towards solo marketers, and in staffing, it seems like there's a decent amount of solo marketers. And so it's like, why not have a community? It's a paid community, but it has a bunch of resources that I used when I was a solo marketer for a good bit of my career, and, just cheat sheets and stuff, because right now it's like, solo marketers are just stressed out.
Dude, they have no playbook either, Jeff. They have no playbook to go. They're just throwing a Hail Mary out there and hoping it sticks with content. That's it.
Yeah. And then the other problem too, a lot of times, is you have a misalignment or misexpectations of who you hire. The first hire in a lot of staffing firms and even small businesses is the social media person. But you expect them to be the automation person, the SEO person, the budgeter, the strategist. You want them to be all these things. You either expect or want, but then they have no outlet or no resources to help them. And then what ends up happening is they do one thing, you expect more, they get frustrated, you're frustrated, and then you're gone and you're back at step one, trying to figure out how to get the right marketing person in.
Sort of like the Cleveland Browns. Can we make it a scenario like that? That's a bad scenario.
So
keep rotating over and over again and never win.
Yeah. So that's the market. That's the wrong way to do a marketing QB is to go on number 34, number 35, whatever quarterback we are since 1999. But that would be helpful not to go that route. But yeah, there's just no playbook. And so I wanted, like I said, I built up so many resources, and it's not just me. Like, I want this to be a community of experts. There's just a lot of communities out there, name whatever community, but there's nothing really geared towards the solo marketer. And I really feel like, I mean, I wish I had this stuff 15 years ago, but none of it existed. And so I created all of the stuff. And, the goal is to bring in solo marketers, experts, match it up. I got a whole huddle with a CMO. So if somebody wants to, need a mentor, somebody who's been there, done that, like, I can match them up with somebody. But, we just started a couple weeks ago, but it's really just a matter of getting the traction going and trying to see, like, get everybody in there and, like, let's see what we can do. And let's just empower the marketer
Hell
and
yeah.
make them the leader and give them the resources, because you never know. A lot of time there's no potential. Like, you don't know the potential because you don't give them the tools.
Well, the thing is, though, Jeff, there's so much stuff out there. If you're out there and
Yeah.
you're just solo marketing, you can get online and then you're confused in 10 minutes. Do I do Instagram? Do I do this? What
It's
do
a
I do?
paradox of choice.
SEO?
Like if you look up like marketing strategy document template, there's about 6 million of them. And it's like, what do you choose? Like, what works for you? What works for your company? And so you're at a paradox of choice right now where there's too much out there. And then the problem is you rely on ChatGPT, and then you don't take the asterisk out of when you create the document. And so everybody knows it's ChatGPT, and you're not helping yourself out at all. So it's just, yeah, there's so much there. Like, I want this to be, it's kind of like an ATS. I want this to be the single source of truth for marketers. And, like, so let's get everybody in the platform.
Yeah.
Let's get a bunch of people that can't, share campaign ideas. I mean, right now in staffing, every conversation I have is on lead gen. It's on, again, sales is still top of mind. How do we do it? What cheat sheets do we have out there? How do we use automation? How do we use AI? Like, a lot of that's in the platform. So I've got cheat sheets that I use. I've got, like, I'll be putting a couple automation courses that I recently completed, where I created them all and got them in there. So there's a lot of opportunity to just have all that right there.
Dude, this is great resources. Let's deep dive in. You ready, brother? So I put this up there, offerings, the huddle,
yeah.
man. Let's just start with these names, because I got to tell you, Jeff, these are awesome, badass names, how you came up with all 6 of these. So start with the huddle. And let's go to each one, man, and break it down for everybody.
Yeah. So the huddle. So basically what I wanted to do was create kind of an email newsletter, and it's geared towards, like, everything that I've learned, challenges I've had. If I see something in the, trends that are happening, we'll definitely pick up on those. But once a week, Sunday morning, it's kind of like game day, around 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern, something like that. You'll get an email, and it gives you one play to try out that next week. And that's what I learned and I work with, a lot of great people who are like, stick to one thing. So the huddle is basically just that one action item, one play that I would do. So, like, last week, I talked about how to make yourself indispensable in Q4, because we're seeing a lot of people still, a lot of layoffs, a lot of, just, they're ended up just being let go because of business or whatever. How to make yourself indispensable. This coming Sunday, we're actually going to talk about the result of the result, and to focus on what are the right KPIs and metrics to focus on. So that's basically every week I throw something out there, some introspective about, like, where I failed, challenges I had, things I wish I would have known, leadership, all that stuff. We'll have guest writers in, we'll have, all sorts of different people that'll give their perspective. We're doing a live event. So tomorrow, so once a month, I'm trying to get a live event in there for members. And so tomorrow we're doing Canva 101. So,
I've seen that, man.
basically
Canva,
for social
great.
media, like, how to just get Canva going. And so we've got a lot of, we've got events. I'm doing a budgeting event in October. We're going to have a video marketing event in November. We're going to have SEO. And so it's just, and this is where the experts play into it. Like, if there are experts that want to kind of give themselves, like, hey, I want to do a live session, and I think it would benefit a solo marketer, somebody who's been there, whatever. Yeah, let me know. Hit me up. I'm happy to put people in, because networking is what this is all about. And then there's, resources. We've got cheat sheets, templates, all sorts of things. We've got huddle with a CMO. So, like, there's a mentoring aspect of this. So, like, I've been blessed to know a lot of smarter than me people who are heads of marketing, CMO, because I teach too. So I'm an adjunct professor at a local university. I know a lot of young marketers that are looking for mentors. and then a lot of entry level, kind of just, early experienced marketers that need some mentors. I never had one. I wish I had a mentor. I'd probably be light years ahead if I did, but I never had one, and it would have been great if I did. So this is really a matchmaking. Somebody needs a mentor who's a CMO, a head of marketing, they can have one. And so we've got that. We've got all sorts of other different things that we're doing. We've got different sessions that we are putting together, and then we have the rooks. So we've got the rookie,
I
and
see
so
that.
it's a 101. So we've got like basically all the 101. And it's funny because you do all these LinkedIn things, and they tell you like, I think 301. Like I always think like, oh, nobody wants this easy stuff, how to get started,
Mhm.
marketing for dummies type things. They want the advanced. Well, in reality, people want 101. Like, how do I put together a social media strategy? How do I put together a budget? How do I learn social media? So we've got a whole section dedicated for the rooks. And so it's all marketing 101. We've got some pieces in there, and we're adding pieces every month. And so that's the idea, is that we've got either myself, I'm adding some pieces, the huddle issues are in there, live events, we've got cheat sheets, and then we'll have experts adding their pieces too. And so we'll have that sort of supply and demand of just great resources and networking.
So they can join anytime. And seriously, like every call they could be on, right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
part of the group. I
Yeah.
mean, if they want to spend every time that you guys have an event or something like that, they're there.
Yeah, hop in. So yeah, hop in. I mean, I'm happy to. So I'm going to do some office hours, and again, we're just 3 weeks into it. So the idea is that we're going to evolve this thing, and we're going to create something cool. And this is supposed to like make solo marketers, get them empowered, make them leaders, and make them look great and be really valuable and indispensable at their companies. And that's the whole point. Is they're learning. They're being proactive. That's the one thing in solo marketing. They would, companies were always like, oh, I have this, our marketing manager, but they're very reactive. They don't ever like, push us on stuff. And so my whole thing in this is put marketing at the head of the table. Get them a seat at the table, if anything. And like, so empower them. And that's the idea. And it's $10 a month. And so I wanted to make it affordable, and at least like, hey, for $10 a month for two
So
Starbucks
10
of
bucks a
any,
month.
go
Seriously.
for it, and you'll
Wow.
get at least a live event. I mean, you can get whatever you want out of this. There's already resources in there, and that's the whole point. It's just to share and have this community and have people in here, and hopefully we're starting to get success stories, and you're sharing campaign ideas. That's the other part. If you've got an idea that you want to run, and you want to just get the feedback, throw it out there. If anything, I'll give you that. I've probably done the campaign before, and I'll tell you whether I think it's going to work or not, or have you thought of this, or have you thought of that? So,
Little tips out there,
yeah,
man. Let's go with it. I see you talk about the drip campaign and different ones. What are you
yeah.
seeing right now, Jeff? Just to give the audience out there, what is popping right now? Is there anything in the third, fourth quarter somebody should be looking at?
So what I would do, so a couple of things that I would do, and this is probably, well, I'll give you a candidate campaign that I would run, and I'll give you a couple sales campaigns.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, the candidate campaign I would run right now is I would do a re-engagement campaign, looking at like going to candidates, that really ask them what's their availability through the end of the year, holiday, seasonal hiring, what are they looking to do? This could be coupled with something that happens at the beginning of the year where you're like, hey, it's the beginning of the year. Now, what are you looking to do? So having a re-engagement campaign that's not pitching them jobs, but just reaffirming their information. And then, are you interested in seasonal work? What kind of what are your seasonal plans in working? That's great on the temp side. That works really well. I think for former, so alumni, they call it, alumni
Mhm.
associates or employees, the whole W-2, and talking to them and making sure their address is correct. Like that's a big one, is to just make sure that everything's there, the information's correct, because you're going to send W-2s out the next, in January. But that's a great way to ask them, if they want to get redeployed. And so we always kind of use that in October, November, December. Um, on the sales side, this inactive client check-in, clients that haven't placed in a while. This Q4 is a great way. Hey, would love to see how you're going to end up this year. Wanted to just check in with you, see what's going on before the end of the year, anything that's a hot button item. Naturally, when you get to the turn of the calendar, you have a lot of opportunity to talk. And so doing an inactive client check-in, what do you see yourself, how you see yourself starting 2025, anything like that. The campaign that's still working well is skill marketing. So,
Hmm.
like that on the sales front, I would have never thought that that still continues to perform the best, but I'm seeing 50 to 60% open rates. I'm seeing like 20 to 23% response rates when you say, "Hey, you know what? Like, and the more strategic, the better." But when you say, "Hey, I've got these three great people, that are looking for a home. They're great talent. They're ready to work right now. Let me know if you're interested in any of these three." Um, and we can make sure we get them over to you, and that is still like
Dude,
a
it's
great
bread and
performing
butter. I'm going to tell
marketing.
you real quick.
It really
I've done
is.
that for years, man. The candidate
I
marketing is the
know.
number one thing. You throw a couple players out there, hit them with that, guaranteed you're going to get a call back if they need somebody. And there's an urgency. They're like, dude, you got two
Right.
people right here. Why should I put the ad out on Indeed and waste all the money, go through a recruiter when I got the peeps right in front of me?
Right. It's the MPC. It's the old MPC emails that, like, it kind of dipped a little bit and now it's coming back. I think the big thing is just, I'll tell you, with any of this, candidate or client, it's a war of touch points. The
Mm-hmm.
more touch points you can have, the better. It doesn't matter really about quality. I mean, it does, making sure the emails are working or whatever, but it's about the number of touch points. That is the biggest thing. And in sales, the shorter the emails, 3 sentences, two
Bingo.
sentences, then hit them with the touch points, because it's still 15, 17 touch points to get a response, to get a conversion. And so I think, and people want those shorter emails. Tell me what you want to tell me in a sentence or two. If it's a link, whatever, get to the
Yep.
point, because I'm reading it on my phone and I don't have
Exactly.
time for 8 paragraphs about why
Oh,
you're awesome.
we're like been in business for 25 years. We have the best candidates for you. That's
Nobody
so,
cares.
yeah, I see that all the time with people. When I go into these
Nobody
staffing
cares.
firms, especially staffing, they go in and they try to put this all together. We're the best, all these awards. I mean, it's great to have them. How many clients actually look at all the awards at the bottom? They don't even get
Right.
to that part.
Nope. Just tell them what you want to tell them. Give them the why really quick. Give them a
Yeah.
piece. Give them a link to maybe to read an article. Thought you might be interested. That's it. Stop trying to tell them 8 different things in an email. Go to one thing, do it well, and then move on to the next email.
What's your take about embedding like videos and stuff into the email?
I think it's good. It's you got to warm up the domains. So I think a lot of it is like, if you're using Loom or you're using like Hippo or excuse me, like Bomb or something like that. I mean, there's some of those video emails with the GIFs and stuff. I think all that can work. I think, excuse me, I think it's just a matter of getting through the inbox. Like, so, I mean, making sure that your domain has a good deliverability rate. Email with the GIF. You got the GIF thing, and then watch the video. That's always great. I think that'll work. I think the more video, I would even transpose that into LinkedIn. The more video you do, the
Yeah.
better. I have a hard time with that because nobody wants to see me on video. So I
Oh,
have a
come
hard
on.
time
Come on,
doing
quarterback.
video, man. Oh, geez. Like, so, but like, it's hard. I mean, I think video cuts through the clutter. So however you can use video, whether it's an email, social, anything like that, it does cut through the clutter. And it's also great for algorithms and getting search and all that other
Exactly.
stuff.
But keep it short and clean. 15 seconds or more. I mean, this stuff where you
Dude,
go on for 2 minutes about
to the
shit.
point. To the point.
Yes.
That's all people want. I don't have a lot of time. Tell me what you want to tell me. That's
Man,
it.
that is good stuff there, man. So
Yeah,
Canva,
man.
when's the big event coming up? Is that tomorrow or the next day?
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're just going to do a Canva 101. And it's really just how to set up Canva for social media, how to just like kind of create some efficiencies, how to
Yeah.
do it the right way. So we have social media person kind of like going through and actually walking through how she sets up Canva. And so, you got to be a member, but obviously I see it down running
It's coming.
alongside
It's
there,
coming, brother.
where it's the first month free, definitely. I mean, 10
There it
bucks
is
a
right
month, but
there.
Stark 24, man. I mean, just put it in there. I just want feedback. I just want people to go into the platform, go in it for 30 days. Tell me what resources you want to see. Tell me what things you like. Tell me what things you don't like. I mean, we're a new community, so I realize there's a lot of things we could be doing, but part of this is just get in there and just let me know. Like, I would love to have a whole session. I've got staffing automation stuff in there. So if you're a staffing person, you've got some automation checklists and all sorts of like a quick start guide and everything. But I'm sure there's a ton of things that we could put in there, and we want to make sure there's value add.
Okay, so time out. Them 4 weeks, not a month. It's 4 weeks. That's 4 games. You know that. That's a lot of time.
I know.
That is a lot of time, Jeff. And they have access just like somebody else. They're not going to be. Do they have access to mingle with everybody else too?
Oh yeah. Get in there. Honestly, like we're not doing paywall upon paywall upon paywall. Honestly, there's got to be a little bit of value add with that. So get in there, join it, go in, and honestly, like, I just want feedback, engage, interact. Like, I'll put out some questions. Like, the more people we get in there, the more opportunity that people are going to talk with one another, hopefully network, hopefully, even create private groups. And, hey, you know what? I didn't know that you live 10 minutes away from me. Like, let's go meet for coffee and hash through a campaign.
Dude,
that's what this is all about, man.
And did you say someday you're going to be on Pat McAfee doing this?
Sure.
Dude, I want to hashtag Pat on this, man. Get you on the show, man. Hell yeah.
I'd love it. Hey, I'd love to be able to get, we'll bring on people for live events. I'd love to bring on personal branding people. Like the solo marketer, a lot of people they're solopreneurs. So this, I mean, for marketing freelancers, for, fractional people, for small business owners, if I can give at least a little bit of nugget of information, like, here's how to do a social media strategy, here's marketing strategy, anything like that, at least that it's been vetted and it works. And like, that's the whole point of this is like, what, for $10 a month, you'll get resources that can probably save you, 10 hours of searching for the right thing or creating something yourself. So why not just share it with everybody? You
got it, brother. Especially in staffing, being a staffing owner and only having like maybe 5 recruiters, you're doing a lot of marketing yourself or have a recruiter doing it. So this is the time to jump in.
Yeah. Honestly, if you have somebody who's a social media person and you're like, man, I need some training or something like that, or I just want somebody to just take a look and see what's out there, have them sign up. I mean, it's real super. It's easy. And like I said, HubSpot Academy is great. All these other things are great. This one is really just making sure that you are, you're definitely like part of the group, and we've got a value add there. And again, let me know what works. Give me some feedback.
Hell yeah, man. I love it. Okay. So the logo, who came up with the logo, man? Did you come up with this yourself? The marketing QE logo? Because I like it. It's badass.
Up and to the right. That's the whole point of business. So
right there,
it's really easy to go up and to the right.
And join the huddle. So everything on pretty much on the website. I mean, I know you in and out, Jeff. It looks like you just got down and dirty, man, with football and put it all into a marketing lingo, man.
Yeah, I know. And I tested it with the female audience to say, I don't want to skew too much towards this. Like, we're good. Like, everybody likes football. So, there's a lot of opportunity there. So yeah, I mean, honestly, join and join if for nothing else to give me feedback. That's really all I need right now, is just to understand and get some feedback on the platform, what you like, what you don't like, and just to get some people on it.
Dude, brother, I love it. Once again, we got to get it up there again. Shark 24, get on there. You get 4 weeks. 4 weeks. By then, the Browns might be in first place. You know that. So you never know. Keep joining, man. Maybe this will bring you luck.
Do it. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, brother, anytime, man. So, hey, and once again, you're going to have to come on some other time, and we'll do like, a quick 10-minute huddle or something like that, 2-minute drill. Love to have you on, brother.
Let me know. Appreciate it. Yeah, everybody, like, get in there. Good feedback, bad feedback. I just want to make sure everything works, and this is useful for people.
This is exciting stuff, Aaron. I'm going to wrap it up like this. You ready to do it? What are you going to do? Omaha? Which one? Come on, give me a hut. Which one are you going to do?
Green 18. Hut.
There you go. Omaha, hut. And I'm not even a Peyton Manning fan really much, but hey, at the end of the day, it's a good signal.
Yep. Sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Hey, take care, Jeff. If you guys get a chance, you got to sign up. Marketing QB. All the links downstairs. Take care, guys.
Sounds good. See you guys.